Kevin Willer, our chairman, great partner, great friend, and an absolute mentor to myself over the last 7 years. Kevin, please come up, get us kicked off. We're going to have a few speakers, do a ribbon cutting, then some tours and a celebration later tonight. So thank you for joining us.
All right. Great energy in the room. This room is awesome. It's usually got like tables for building stuff and woodworking and all kinds of great stuff. And today it's just an amazing place to celebrate this great milestone in Chicago. I want to thank, first of all, Haven and his leadership team, Monis, Bill, Melissa, all these great people on the staff at mHUB who have worked so tirelessly to get to this day. I also want to thank all of our friends here. It's so great to see so many friends in the audience, new ones and old ones, and thank you for being here to celebrate here today at the ribbon cutting and then this evening, hopefully, for the grand opening celebration. I'm so proud to stand here today representing the mHUB Board of Directors to celebrate this incredible milestone for mHUB. This was a Herculean accomplishment, and I want to thank the entire Board of Directors and mHUB team for their support throughout the last 2 years of solidifying the purchase and build out of this beautiful new headquarters. So many late nights, so much hard work put into this, and I'm so proud of the Board of Directors and the team. Can we have a round of applause for all of them? Thank you. I especially want to thank our board's real estate committee, which included leaders like Meredith O'Connor, Mark Tebby, Steve Koch, and Corey Ryan, who did incredible work, lots of late night conference calls, lots of meetings along the way to get us to this incredible day. So proud to be part of that specific group. With this new facility, mHUB is becoming a long-standing, sustainable institution here in Chicago to drive impact in hard tech and manufacturing for years to come. mHUB has always been about collaboration, and it's such an important word, collaboration, and the belief that connecting startups to industry would accelerate opportunities for success and bringing new innovative solutions to market. And in its 7 years of existence, mHUB has shown the ability to do just that. mHUB's broad network of industry and community partners, along with over 1,000 innovators in the community, have turned Chicago and Illinois into the premier destination for hard tech innovation, with entrepreneurs from not just our backyard, but from around the world coming here to build their businesses. I'm so proud now to introduce our governor, the governor of the great state of Illinois, and turn the mic over to J.B. Pritzker. Governor, I got to say something. I've gotten to know this great man over a long period of time. Governor Pritzker has been the greatest supporter in my book of entrepreneurial technology and innovation, the community here for more than a decade, over a decade, 20 years. He has done so many great things. Back in 2011, JB and I were talking, he had this crazy idea to build some incubators in Chicago that would bring together entrepreneurs to help them build their companies, bring talent, bring capital, to help these companies get the resources they needed. And JB, wow, we've done it. We've done it a few times here now. And this is the latest and greatest example of Chicago and the great state of Illinois bringing entrepreneurs together. So please, round of applause for our governor and all of his support.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Let's see. Is this one working? Yeah, it is. So I'll hand this on. So great to see everybody here today. Thank you so much to Kevin. Thanks for the very kind introduction. I think I've had the opportunity to introduce you about 73 times over the years, and so I'm honored to be introduced by you. And honored, of course, by the work that you and Haven and Melissa, and I could probably go like romper room through the list of all the people that are in the audience here today that have made such a difference to creating mHUB. I really am thrilled to be part of this, and Thrilled to recognize the mHUB team and, of course, local officials and business leaders. We're all here to celebrate something great for the future of the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago. I'm, again, very, very proud to be part of it. I've known mHUB since it was just an idea. In fact, Haven was reminding me on the way walking in here that he came to present to a group of us back in, I guess it was about 2016, with an idea, and he said we only gave him 2 minutes. He had an 8-minute speech to give, and he says he packed it into the 2 minutes. I think he just took the 8 minutes and called it 2, but either way, look at what you've done, and look at what all of you have done. You really deserve a round of applause, and so much more. Now, you heard a little bit of bragging, but not enough about mHUB. Since launching in 2017, mHUB has grown into a national innovation powerhouse, supporting over 500 startups, 200 manufacturers, helping them generate more than $1.1 billion in revenue, launch more than 1,500 products, hire more than 5,200 employees, and raise over 1.49, why don't we just say 1.5 for rounding purposes, billion dollars in capital. $1.5 billion in capital. And sustainability in manufacturing is at the heart of the work that mHUB has done. It's become one of the biggest catalysts for investment in new climate technologies here in the state of Illinois. Expanding and advancing the clean energy sector is truly one of my top priorities for our state. It's why in 2021 I signed the landmark Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, CEJA, solidifying Illinois' status as the first state in the Midwest to commit to 100% clean energy by 2050. But I know that if we're going to be successful at doing that, and we've already had great success, we need public-private partnerships that push the industry forward. That's what mHUB is all about. Public-private partnerships, driving innovation and entrepreneurship that will shape the products and the solutions of the future and help Illinois lead in the clean tech economy. And today we take another step towards realizing our shared goals of a more equitable and sustainable and prosperous future. Thanks to the competitive incentives for clean tech manufacturing, mHUB's new 80,000 square foot facility will foster physical product development and entrepreneurship, all while positioning Illinois at the epicenter of clean energy, from grid modernization to decarbonization technologies to long-term energy storage. And by restoring this beautiful historic building to its original glory, mHUB is invigorating the near West Side neighborhood we're in and, of course, our manufacturing economy. It's a win-win for our communities, for our state, for our businesses, for our environment, all at once. This is what it looks like when the city, the state, the federal government, and industry partners come together in pursuit of a common goal. And on that note, I'm proud to be here to announce that the state of Illinois is awarding mHUB $9.6 million in funding. Because we need you to continue doing what you do best, solving our greatest challenges, paving a better tomorrow for us and for our families and our future. To the entire mHUB team, congratulations on today's grand opening, and thank you for investing in the promise of Illinois, of Chicago, and its people. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Haven Allen.
Thank you so much, Governor, for your investment in mHUB and all the companies that are trying to build businesses that will create jobs and revenue throughout our state. It's my pleasure to act as MC for the rest of this time, and first person I get to call up is a good friend, Alderman Burnett, Vice Mayor of Chicago, who was an early champion in the vision in which we wanted to create, and we're so happy to be able to continue building our business and organization in the 27th Ward. Alderman.
Thank you very much, Haven, to the governor, to the representative, to our commissioners, the planning department, all of the good people of mHUB. It gives me a great pleasure to be here. You know, I'm blessed because I've known Haven back then, right, when he was just a fellow in the city of Chicago, and it just brings me great joy to see the things that he have accomplished here. This is fantastic to double the space, to make it grow, to give more people an opportunity to be able to make their business flourish. I'd be remiss, I see my colleagues standing in the back from the 39th Ward. Let's give it up for the alderman back there. Thank you for being here also. So, you know, for me, and I may have said this years ago, some folks don't know, I majored in mechanical drafting. So a lot of developers don't know that I know the plans when they bring them to me. They don't know I know how to read that stuff. I don't tell them everything. But anyway, so yeah, I majored in mechanical drafting. So, you know, it just makes me feel good to see people create things, right? To see how everything connects and how things happen. And it was so exciting for me when mHUB first opened 7 years ago, and it's even more exciting now to see where they are now. But it also gives me another great joy because this is the first project that I've been able to work on and try and get money for. And I got calls from Haven because of it. Not only did he call me to ask me to help with getting money from the city with the TIF, but he also called me to help him to try to get some money from the state too, because coincidentally, my son is a state representative over here. So my son was getting calls like from his daddy, like, where's that money from mHUB, man? And he like, Dad, I'm working on it, you know? So this is the first project that we've been able to work on together, right? To help to build this building, but really, what we're really working on is helping businesses to build in the city of Chicago and across this nation. And that's such a beautiful thing. So this is like a multiplier here for businesses in the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, and innovation for the whole world. So I am very proud to be here, and congratulations to you all. And I want to thank everyone who put money in this. I want to thank all of the private people who put money in this, because of course we can't do anything without private investment also. But I'm very proud and happy to be here at this time for this great opening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alderman. And now, my pleasure to invite Representative Williams.
Good evening, everyone. Governor, thank you for coming to 27th Ward, 10th District. Private investors, public. My name is Jawahario Omar Williams. I am the 10th District State Representative, and I'm very, very proud to be a part of this and helping secure state funding and bringing mHUB to reality off of Chicago Avenue, right into the 27th Ward as well, right here on 1600 block of Ashland, which is literally right around the corner from my house as well. And I want to talk about the importance of manufacturing. But first, let me tell you this part. Well, Haven calls me, and he asks for this amount of money for state funding. And I said, well, Haven, you know, let me work on it. I'm not really sure. I mean, but I'll definitely work on it. And he said, okay, cool. Then he called back, and he uses his ace. He says, you know I'm really good friends with your dad, right? Now here it is, I'm thinking, finally I get to talk to someone who wants to work with the representative, don't have to worry about my dad. But anyway, I met Haven. I come on Chicago Avenue, the old space right off Chicago Avenue. I would come meet with them, and I walk through the facilities and see the work that they want to do and the things they're going to do. And I told them, I said, I will definitely help you all with state funding as best as I can. You know, I said, one thing I've learned about being a state representative is that everyone has an ask. From non-for-profits to manufacturing, things of that nature. Everyone has an ask, so I try my best to equally help divide it as best as I can for the amount of money, the limited amount of money that the governor allocates to me. So it's a pleasure. Plus, I know the importance of manufacturing. I grew up in a manufacturing family. My Uncle Terry and his father, Quitman Strong, they both were employees at a manufacturing company called ALK. Now, ALK is a sink manufacturing company and a water maker company. So I understand the importance of how manufacturing could bring great jobs and great opportunities to the city and to people to be able to feed their family. It's also important for me to be able to feed their family. And Haven know as well as people feeding their family, one of my biggest requests is always to ask is that we're making sure we're doing something for black people. It's very important for me to always speak upon the black people. It's always important for me to also speak upon people returning home from incarceration. We have to be able to help them with employment opportunities so they can feed their family as well, and manufacturing is a way to do it. Manufacturing is a great stability and great income to allow people to feed their families. So I'm very proud to be cool with Haven. But as you all know, I love my dad. And I'm very proud to have a great relationship with Governor Pritzker, and thank you for coming, and thank you for allowing me to help them, because it's very important, and I have more ask as well. So we'll just take it one day at a time, and the private and partner businessship, I look forward to you all being here, to some of the new employees, growing your companies. This is a great space. Haven's a good guy, and if I could be of any assistance to you all, please reach out. Thank you all.
Lots of stories in pulling this type of investment off. Next one is going to be from World Business Chicago's CEO, Michael Fassnacht. Tremendous friend from day one, whether it's attracting businesses here, helping businesses grow, making sure our workforce and there's investments throughout our economy. Michael Fassnacht, I'd love for you to come up and say a few words.
Good afternoon. It was very kind of you to still invite me, Haven. Allow me to highlight two reasons, two driving forces of why we're here today. One is a human being, a true leader, and the second is an institution. The leader is Haven Allen, and the institution is City Hall and the Mayor's office. So first about Haven Allen, because I like drinking games, his name was mentioned so far 13 times. So Haven was a male fellow in 2012, and then joined World Business Chicago in 2014. And I think since day one when he joined, he thought about, there's something missing in the great city of Chicago and the state of Illinois. And he concepted this idea of having a manufacturing innovation hub on a global level. And it was really launched in 2016, 2017. Over the last 6 years, he was relentless, 24/7. And I've experienced since over the last 4 years, so Haven can call you day and night, to make sure this day today is happening. So this is really a true leadership, not just a moment of strategic success, but also of human passion. The institution is the mayor's office, because this is the one thing where over 3 administrations we built on the success of the previous one. Mayor Rahm Emanuel helped launch in 2017. Mayor Laura Lightfoot helped writing a big check last year. And now Mayor Johnson continues to support. I think it's a great learning for all of us when the mayoral administration builds on the success of the previous one. And in Chicago, in the great state of Illinois, when true leaders and public institutions come together and work, amazing things happen every single day in our great city, in our great state. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Michael. Now helping lead the new administration's agenda to grow our neighborhoods throughout the Chicago. I'd love to invite up Acting Director Sierra Boatwright. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So special thanks to mHUB and to World Business Chicago for you all's relentless focus on innovation. And also Governor Pritzker and Alderman Burnett and Representative Williams for your commitment to this tremendous project. I want to start off by just extending a huge congratulations from Mayor Johnson on this huge endeavor. You all should be extremely proud. We're excited and so proud to be a part of this. I also want to underscore the city's commitment to projects that help keep our workforce at the forefront of advanced industrial design and production. About 6 weeks ago, we were here to distribute Chicago Manufacturing Awards to 7 local businesses that continue to redefine contemporary manufacturing. And we're thrilled to be back again for the grand reopening of what will surely become the epicenter of global advancement, right here in the Kinsey Industrial Corridor. You may know that Kinsey is one of 26 designated industrial corridors citywide, but it's one of the most successful and diverse due to hundreds of industrial companies that operate between the eastern end, that extends into downtown, and the western end, which extends beyond Garfield Park. The corridor unique's diversity is a primary reason why the city is contributing more than $17 million in TIF assistance toward the work we're celebrating today, which is helping the build out of labs, testing spaces, new classrooms, training rooms, community spaces, and even the facade, the clock tower that has long been a beacon of optimism here on the near west side. This investment is going to attract additional improvements that will resonate far beyond this corridor and long after today's festivities conclude. In closing, I want to extend additional special thanks to my team at the city's economic development staff and the Industrial Council of the Near West Chicago for their tireless support, and everyone else who shares our collective commitment to industry and manufacturing. Congrats.
Sorry about that. New commissioner of the Department of Planning and Development. Look forward to the partnership and working together. Next, I would like to invite a good friend, Vicky Lakes-Battle, one of our original investors in mHUB, and someone who's continued to challenge us every day to elevate our impact, and particularly look at the role opportunity zones can play in attracting more investment and making sure more neighborhoods are realizing the growth potential. So, thank you, Vicky.
Okay, wow, that's all I can say. I came in and I'm from the far south side, but I kind of teared up when I walked in, so I'm gonna lose my street cred because we did the thing, right? And I still can't believe that I'm standing here. And so once again, hello, my name is Vicky Lakes-Battle, and I have the privilege of serving as the executive director for the Chicago Metro region with IFF. Again, I'm so full, right, to just take part in the celebration of this remarkable space, and just sharing the podium with, you know, a large contingent of distinguished other speakers. mHUB people are my friends, and I have one of the best jobs because I'm going to apologize in advance. I have talking points, and I'm notorious for like just to hell with them. So I'm known to go off script because when you see projects like this that start with a big idea, because if you really think about it, Bill, it started with things you like to do, right? And creating spaces for collaboration for like-minded people to build communities of practice, to dare and have the audacity then to think next level in blue sky. Right, Haven? Right, Monis? Right, Melissa? Right, team? And I say that not in a very, very smug way, and I don't take it lightly because the struggle has been real. We've been on the struggle bus in the early years. IFF is a community development financial institution that champions nonprofits to shape more equitable and vibrant communities through lending programs, real estate, capacity building, and programming and other things. So when mHUB first came to us by IFF board member John Ciceres with Fifth Third, I'd be remiss if I didn't shout him out. John, where you at? There's my, because he's responsible for this relationship. And why that matters is because IFF sources capital from financial institutions who trust us to make smart decisions with their money. The mHUB investment was one of the smartest investments we ever made. It was ridiculous when it came. It was bold. It was audacious. And in the hallway, I was teasing Manas a little bit because I get calls. I mean, I generally deal with health and human services, nonprofits, and workforce development and the like. But Haven and Manas call, and with a straight face, we're on the Zoom, and one day, you know, Haven's straight, you know, faced all the time. There you go, Manas, assume the position. What do you think about 50 million? But for the experience from Lake Street to Chicago Road, I would have thought this was nuts. But I just want you to know that if you're in this room, just like me, you're drinking the Kool-Aid, and it's a very, very wise investment. Governor Pritzker and Representative and all of you, thank you just for seeing the value and putting your mouth where the mission is. I look forward to seeing what the organization does to also, I want to bring it on home. I said I'm from the far south side. That's my origin story. And I look forward to the creation of opportunities for people who look like me. Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
Thank you, Vicky and IFF, for giving us our first lifeline, our second lifeline, and the wisdom to build this capital stack. Next person I would like to invite up is Martin Cabrera, who took an idea for building a capital stack and helped champion it and get it across the finish line. Martin Cabrera, thank you so much for the partnership.
Well, one, I just want to say thank you. It's a pleasure to be up here. And Cabrera Capital played a role in the financing for the debt that made mHUB's acquisition of the building possible. But I also want to give credit to our bankers, Ed Kurth and Brian King, Marita Kolpinski, and Mike Lorenz as well. So we structured a $15 million tax-exempt bond issued by the IFA, the Illinois Finance Authority, and it was purchased by Nuveen Investments. And what was great about this is, like, you have the governor coming in with resources and his team, as well as the mayor and his team and the alderman, all of the elected officials coming together. But it's also the private sector that is coming together. Nuveen's a local firm. They have about 700 employees. They have about $2 trillion. And when you have them come together, really nothing is impossible. But they know that this was a great initiative. And that's what you see coming together when all of the folks that are here, they're all local folks, that this is something that will have impacts for decades to come. So mHUB is a unique catalytic kind of investment representing a national model focused on the importance of a broader economic and community development. mHUB is designed to create equitable access to resources, funding vehicles and startups, and increasing the likelihood of success of getting their product commercialized. And this is something that's extremely important, even for the location of where they're at. Here on the near west side, you have it's in an opportunity zone, but also it positions mHUB to provide greater access to broader innovation to not just the West Loop, but also to the west side and south side. And that's something that's going to be very impactful for those entrepreneurs that couldn't invest $5 million or $10 million in equipment. They can come here and have access to grow their businesses. In addition, mHUB is located at the intersection of Fulton Market and Kinsey Corridor. So that is going to provide opportunities to many communities throughout the Chicagoland area and the state of Illinois. But it's going to create new ideas, solutions, and jobs. And that's something that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the leadership at mHUB, but also for the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago coming together and the private sector coming in to invest. It's a win-win for the city and for the state and on a regional basis, but this is a model for the rest of the country. We should take great pride in it and celebrate it when we're out in different cities and different countries as well. This is going to spur economic growth for decades to come. So congratulations, mHUB, and the state of Illinois and city of Chicago. Thank you.
All right, now the tallest person in the room. No, I mean, mHUB, this idea for expanding the investments, the resources here, started back with an effort to bring home something called the Build Back Better Regional Challenge, where a group of 19 organizations came together really focused on building our long energy storage, grid modernization, and energy infrastructure manufacturing economy. We became a national finalist with that work, and the work continues today with over $20 million in workforce development led by Elevate. The building out of this and so many more projects to come. Behind the scenes was P33, the civic community, and the Civic Consulting Alliance, and I'd love to have Brad come up and say a few words.
Thank you very much, Haven. Let's see, I'll put this up a little bit, see if it goes up. There we go. I wanted to commend mHUB and the entire team for embodying two things that I think speak so highly of what Chicago and Illinois are all about. The first is the grit, the persistence, the hustle, the energy that Haven and his team show every single day. I can't tell you how much I admire it. I think I met Haven 7 years ago. And if you would have told me that this would be here today, 7 years later, I think we met in a sort of dusty chair in the back of a room and he had a couple PowerPoint slides. And there are a lot of great ideas behind what they did, but it's just relentless energy that this entire team has shown. And I think that embodies our state and our city more than anything. And the second thing I just wanted to highlight is how I think about what they're building here. I think of this building as ground zero for our city and our country and our nation for manufacturing the future. And so when you hear manufacturing, a lot of times people think of manufacturing as, in physical products, as the past. And the future is typically, I don't know, one more hook on social media that has me stare at my screen all day, and that's the future. And what I think is so powerful about what mHUB's doing is they're actually saying manufacturing is the future. I think that creates opportunity for so many people in so many different walks of life. And I actually think it's something that Chicago and Illinois can really lead on. And for that, I know on behalf of the Civic Committee and the Commercial Club and P33, we are all in for a very long time for anything this great team needs. So congratulations.
Thank you, Brad. Now, I'd like to call up one of our founders, although I don't see Alex. Oh, there he is. All right. You know, why we do what we do is to make sure that people have access to the resources and networks to build their businesses. I'd like to invite up Alex Ocampo to tell a little bit about his story and the impact that community and access can create. So thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Ocampo, and I'm a member here at mHUB. I am the founder and CEO of Ganance, and we make your favorite classic watch a smartwatch. This journey for me started as a personal problem I was looking to solve. I've always believed in the power of the right watch or the right accessory to put you in the right mindset or in the right mood, to make you feel like you're showing up as your full self. I still have the very first watch I remember owning. It's from the '98 Chicago Bulls championship run. So it has the Bulls logo on the front, the NBA imprinted on the back. And growing up in Marquette Park on the south side, I was the coolest kid in kindergarten. I'm also a techie, and I love tracking my health and my data. And I felt that I was constantly having to make sacrifices between my style and my data. I came to mHUB through the Landis Fellowship, which is designed to support underrepresented engineers and entrepreneurs. I arrived with only a vision to make this watch that my brother gave me for my graduation, that's very meaningful to me, to make it smart, and the grit to figure out how to do it. My background is in software and AI, spending time at IBM Watson. not hardware. And at mHUB, I found the community of talented engineers, designers, to show me the ropes and collaborate with through the ideation, prototyping, and testing phases. And it's incredible how all the skills that I needed to make this come to life were all under one roof. It's surreal that what started off as an idea has manifested into a physical product that I'm excited to showcase here today. With mHUB's support, we've manufactured our beta, went through the prestigious Techstars Accelerator, secured a recent partnership with the watch brand Breitling, and are in the home stretch of our fundraising round to fully commercialize this product. Thank you to the mHUB community. Thank you to the mHUB community for your continued support and encouragement, and to everyone in this room who's made this organization possible. I'm beyond excited for this next chapter in mHUB's story.
Next up is myself. And I've prepared some remarks before we get to the ribbon cutting and the tours, but just want to say, this is the house that manufacturing built. It's been infused with energy and the ingenuity that only collaboration and partnership can unlock. A permanent home, a Chicago institution for the dreamers, innovators, and entrepreneurs to build and scale products that will impact humanity, while creating economic opportunity throughout Chicago, Illinois, the United States, and the rest of the world. At mHUB, we support companies that are building hard, deep, science-based technologies with a hyper-focus on advancements across climate and energy, medical devices, smart and sustainable manufacturing, along with emerging clusters in ag tech, transportation, quantum, and more. This relocation and investment provides greater access to expand prototyping labs with additional capabilities to build and test electronics, wet labs for medical device and energy companies, space for growing manufacturing startups, and increases the opportunity for investment. We believe the deliberate decision to place mHUB within an opportunity zone, a planned manufacturing district, and hub zone will ensure greater access for founders in every neighborhood in Chicago. With its strategic location at the convergence of the Green and Pink Line, we have placed ourselves at the intersection of where the Southwest and West Side come together with the emerging tech and manufacturing economy. The location will enable mHUB to expand its venture capital strategy through a series of venture funds, direct investing, and opportunity zone real estate and growth equity investments. It will permit our organization and startups with a leg up to attract more federal funding to scale our businesses and economy and grow manufacturing here in this state. Just over 7 years ago, we started this journey and we established a vision to position Chicago as the epicenter of the fourth industrial revolution. We were resolute in our conviction that by leveraging our unique manufacturing strengths, access to talent and incredible intellectual property centers, and by providing resources and access to capital-intensive equipment and connecting the network of educators, manufacturers, and investors, that we could change the growth trajectory of our economy. And I'm proud to say that even after $2.5 billion of economic activity and over 5,300 jobs created, we are just getting started. And our hockey stick moment is occurring now. I want to thank you all for joining us on this special day. I want to thank all of our speakers for this moment and for all your contributions to making it a reality. Thank you, Governor, Alderman, Representative, City, and partners. Days like these do not come to fruition by the sole effort of any one individual or organization. It takes community, a village, to come together to create generational investment opportunities like these. And prior to doing the ribbon cutting, which we'll get to in a moment, I have to give credence and recognition to many of those special contributors. And oddly, I'm going to thank our lawyers first. I want to thank Susan Kai and Evershield Sutherland. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to get this transaction and partnership through. Thank you so much. I can't see where you're at, but there you are. She's amazing. Thank you. And Paul Anderson and Kirkland for supporting us through the years. We wouldn't be the organization we are today without their support. And to the organizations that helped us build the financial stack and prepare this credible building, I got a long list of partners from JLL with Meredith O'Connor, Gensler, Executive Construction Inc. Who heard of a project that comes ahead of timeline and under budget? It's incredible. Cabrera, the City of Chicago, World Business Chicago, Baker Tilly, Fifth Third, Midwest Renewable, First Pathways, and SCORE for investing us through the New Market Tax Credit Program, the Illinois Finance Authority and Nuveen, the Economic Development Administration for continuing to invest in us, as well as Applegate, P33, the Civic Committee, Pod Strategies, and the Illinois Manufacturers Association, and Deputy Governor Menard. Let's give a round of applause. And some special individual contributors I have to call out. My friend, Manas Mandrew, a lot of sleepless nights on this one. Kevin Willer, a lot of stress that you take on as a chairman. This took it to another level, as well as our vice chair, Meredith O'Connor, and partner Steve Koch over the last few years, and really the whole board of directors. Mark Denzler from the Illinois Manufacturers Association absolutely shouldered our effort to attract resources here. And Senate President Harmon, who I don't think is here with us, as well as his chief of staff, Jake Butcher, for the support. So one more round of applause. As we move forward, the promise and potential of this investment requires new partnership. To join us in our cause, and I'd like to acknowledge some of those that have joined us since we moved here. Groups like Granger, that's going to provide access to founders so they have the resources to build new products. KPMG, the Small Business Administration. Dell, the Christopher Foundation for investing in our Catalyze initiative. And the Chicago Opportunity Zone Consortium, which is providing resources to help the businesses here become qualified so they can attract investment. And our long-term partners, Marmon, Invenergy, the Chicago Community Trust, Get Cities, Constellation, Baxter, and more. We look forward to working with all of you in this room to help realize the promise of today. With that, we will close the press conference, and I'd like to invite all of our speakers back up to stage for the ribbon cutting, as well as a few partners, Susan Kai, Melissa, Manas, Bill, Shannon, Beth McGuire, I think I saw you, and Mark Denzler, if you're here, come join us for the ribbon cutting. Thank you. Move this. Hello. Just a couple things. If you're in the front rows, please get some glasses. Do not look at the bright light. We have a very unique way of cutting ribbons here. We're going to use something called a plasma torch.